Hi, and welcome back. In this video, we're going to go over the EMR and orders through the ER tracker. As you can see on our screen, we already have the ER tracker. This is the tracker from our test ring, so it does look slightly different than live. We currently have 3 patients in the ER. Here you can see the patient information in the top header that you could not see in the previous video. I'm going to click on Test Joe, and let's access Test Joe's EMR. And the EMR is going to be all of your patient's information for this visit and more, as I will show you. Over here on the right, it is broken down into different categories. I'm not going to go through all of them with you. Most of them are pretty self-explanatory, and while you're working or testing, please go through and click some. As you can see, if this patient had any vitals, I's and O's calculated, they would be in here. Since I cannot click on these, that means that there is no information documented in these tabs, so I cannot click in there. Notes, you'd be able to view the notes the same as you were from the ER tracker in the Notes tab. Labs, you can click on Laboratory. As you can see for this patient, there are no labs for the selected visit, so there are no labs that are currently ordered for the visit in the ER. As you can see up here, it is on lifetime summary, so we can see that this patient has had a hematology, a chemistry, and a urine done in the past. The reason these other tabs are low lit and we cannot click on them just means that that patient has not had any of those studies done. If you see the blue eye, you can click on it, it'll open it up. If you see a bubble, you can click on bubbles, and those will open up into more information. If there was any microbiology or pathology on this patient, you'd be able to click on these tabs and see what it was and the report. Imaging will open you up into all the imaging studies. As you can see, again, for this selected visit, the patient does not have any imaging studies, but we are in his lifetime summary, so there was a chest x-ray that was previously done. Again, if you click the bubble, it'll open up the imaging report. If this was a live patient, there would be another column over here on the very end, and it would say image. There would be a small picture of a camera below it. You'd be able to click on that camera and actually open up the image. It'll open up into our iConnect, and from there you can view the chest x-ray or whatever the imaging study was. Other reports, this will open up into any reports. We're currently on the selected visit. If you were to click on lifetime, you'd be able to see any of the lifetime reports that were entered on this patient. By clicking on the bubble, you can open them up and view it. Again, if there were information on these tabs, you'd be able to click on them and see the information that's in there. Care activity is nursing documentation, patient history based on nursing documentation. Summary is a summary of your patient, summary of their care for that day, and of course you can click through all of these tabs to get more information. So there's a brief overview of the EMR. I'm going to close out of this. It's going to take us back to our tracker. Now let's come over to the Orders tab. Okay, so now we are in the Orders tab. We're going to be placing some orders on Test Joe. It defaults to sets. As you can see, these are all the different categories. You'll be interested in the emergency care sets, which are over here on the left. I'm going to expand that, and you can see all the different emergency care order sets. Over here, I just want to show you this, but this is where the emergency triage order sets are. If I expand that, these are the triage sets that the nurses will be using. I do want to click on a set here, and we'll just go through some of it. We'll just pick this GI bleed. I'm going to place a check next to it, and you can either do view, edit, or select. It does not matter which. But it's going to open up our set. As you can see right now, there is nothing checked in this set, so we need to go through and pick what we want. If we pick one that has a red edit next to it, that means that there's required information in here. The required information is asterisked, so what this is asking for is a reason for exam. See how that red edit now went away. If you see these, that just means we can expand these, have more information if you needed to order that. Same down here, how they have the IV fluids, we can expand that and view the IV fluids. If you're done ordering from this set, you can do OK. It's going to default those orders up here under the new orders header, and they'll say new. Now these are not yet saved. Say there was a medication that we wanted to order that was outside of that set. You'll have to click on the medications tab. You can free text in what you're looking for. Select. On any of these, you could change it if you wanted to change the dose. If you needed to change the route. You can even click the edit tab over here, and it'll open it up and allow you to change the dose of the medication. If you're satisfied with this, do select. And it'll now add that metoprolol up here under our new orders. In the orders tab, this is where you will order your lab work, nursing orders, and any dietary orders. Let's do BMP. Just simply check, select. If there's any warnings that pop up, please take note of those. And then here will be your review, your orders. If you are done ordering, click Save. It'll then prompt you for your 4-digit PIN that you made. I'm going to exit undo. And then those orders will go to nursing. Nursing will be able to carry them out. And if you were curious about your orders, you could always come over to your order list, click on your order list, and see any orders. That concludes our brief overview of the EMR and ordering.